What is going on, everybody? Today we are going to be taking a look at the new XOP stands, the Ion and the Rubicon. So for this year, XOP kind of took a little bit different of approach. Last year they came out with some new hybrid stuff like the Cold War and the Retrograde, both smaller stands for your hybrid setups with your saddles like your Mondo. But for 2024, instead of focusing on the hybrid side because they nailed that last year, they are going to be redoing basically the Air Raid and the Vanish, which are their current stands from years prior. So the first big difference you notice right away is going to be the mesh seat, along with the color of it, but the platforms are pretty close to the same, if not the exact same, but they took a whole new look at the seats, and it is perfect. All right, we're going mobile. Going to the stand. So you guys can see with the mesh seat, they absolutely nailed it with these little aluminum. They're almost like a rivet, I want to say. Yeah, kind of like a rivet to hold this mesh seat on. They're pre-stretched. Super duper comfy. They got the logo dead center in the middle, and this little set screw right here, when it flips around when it's off the tree, goes in this hole, and you can screw it, tighten it so it locks opposite, so it's perfect for carrying a pack. And it doubles for adjusting your seat height, because the more you tighten this, the more angled your seat will be. Alright, so that's taking a peek at the Rubicon. Let's go to the Ion. Alright, so taking a look at the Ion here, this is the bigger of the two stands, and you can see the seat is a whole lot bigger. Also, just like this stand right here, that stand comes with a seat cushion. I just don't have it on, so I can show you guys what the mesh seat looks like versus the padded seat. Some sweet features about the seat pad on top of the mesh is it's a multi-layer foam pad designed for your long hours sitting in the stands, and it's not just going to compress and kind of give you that bleacher butt feeling, but it is super duper comfy, and get a little logo here on the side, but it has these MOLLE straps in the underneath. So if you're into the hybrid stuff of carrying like a little homemade pack that can go underneath to hold straps, it's perfect for that. Or honestly, just attaching anything that you would need for hunting. Man, look at that daddy long leg. But attaches super easily. Sometimes your seat cushions attach super odd, but they went the extra step and made sure these fit super snug and super nice right here and down here. So it's not going anywhere. And don't take my word for it, but we're really hoping these are squirrel proof. I'm going to take a look at the Ion first. You're looking at an 11-pound stand. It has 5 different adjustments for the platform height. So what I'm talking about is right here. You have these little screws, and hopefully you can see me, but this changes the adjustment of your seat, or your platform. So along with the platform changing heights, you can also change, or angles, you can also change the angle on your stand. So if you're facing a super crooked, a little tree, you can adjust accordingly. So unlike their stands that they made last year, the Cold War and the Retrograde, on the Ion and the Rubicon, they do have a flat finish, and it seems kind of slick. On the top of the platforms, they still did the machined nubs kind of on the top, so you have plenty of grip and it's nothing to worry about. But it's not like that sandstony material on the other ones, the sandpaper grit style material. Personal opinion, I actually like that because the sandy grit on the other stands kind of tore apart some of my straps, and if I wrapped them and had them in a truck banging around, it kind of frayed the straps. So my honest opinion, these two stands I like much better. But again, there's a time and a place for small stands and big stands. So your seat dimensions on the big boy, the Ion, is 17 by 10. Your seat height on both of these are going to be 20 inches, super comfortable height. Your knees aren't too high, they're not too low. Your platform is 22 by 31, so it's plenty big, and I'll actually hop up there so you guys can see. True test right here. Weight limit says 350 pounds. Is my force greater than that? This is not a good idea. Okay, down. You can't see quite my full body, but I am 5'10", 190 pounds, and super comfy. This stand's huge. It's one of the bigger stands I have. If I hop over here to the Rubicon, same difference. There's plenty of room, but for my father specifically, your older gentleman, the Ion is a super cozy stand. This, for guys my age, if not a little older, it's perfect for like your hybrid setup, hang and hunt style. I wouldn't take that on a hang and hunt just because it's huge. It's a little more trickier to set up, swinging from a tree, but this was super. Obviously, these are not elevated, but I know from this that it's the same size as their Vanish, that it is super easy to set up. So yeah. All right, switching gears to the Rubicon. Going to the Rubicon stand, even though it's quite a bit smaller, it's not too much terribly lighter. It's at 9.6 pounds. Same weight rating. You're at 350 pounds for this guy. So you big boys out there, you got plenty of room, but if I were you guys, I would take the extra step to go to the Ion. You'll fit much more comfortably on it. So the platform dimensions on this one is 27 by 19, and your seat dimensions are gonna be 15 by 9. So it's quite a bit smaller seat, but since it pushed itself out from the tree, you can see there's this gap right here. It's vital, and that's where your spine is, right? Your butt's right here, but your spine arches up against the tree, so it makes the seat feel a lot bigger than what it actually is. Again, on the metal frame of the stand right here, I guess, I don't know, not necessarily your frame, but anyway, you know what I'm talking about. The metal, your seat height, right? It has 5 adjustments again, so you can adjust to the angulation of the tree. Angulation, that's definitely a word. Yeah, let me grab the camera again. We're gonna go mobile, and let me show you some of the close-ups of what you have for your settee. It's getting a little dark on me, fellas. All right, so here is the settee. This is a limb bowl holder. Man, she's getting dark out. I apologize. But anyway, I'm gonna get this done quick here. So on the Ion, the big boy, the big stand, you have 4 different locations for your settee attachment. 2 and 3 and 4. So there's 4 on that one. Now going to the Rubicon. On the Rubicon, a much smaller platform, you just have 2, just because it doesn't quite make sense to have that many, plus it'd be too close to your leg anyway. So that's why they put it out here, so you can have your bow out here when you got plenty of room. Show you guys how to attach it. So we have, it comes like this. I actually don't have a way to get these off. Just like that works. So this has simple adjustments just like this with an Allen key, so you can adjust which angle you need to hold your bow at. But it's self-threading, super easy to install, and it goes, I'm gonna put it like that. It's gonna go just like that, and I'm gonna put it right here. And for those of you guys that are wondering, what size wrench is it, Spencer? It is a 11 mil. Now if it's American, I don't know, but an 11 mil fits it great. But super easy to thread, goes on just like so. And no, I did not use a washer. It comes with 4 of them. I'm actually gonna back it out and use a washer. All right, actually it comes with 3 washers. All right, and I'm only gonna use 2. So I'm gonna do 1 on the top and 1 on the bottom. All right, now I'm gonna go on the threads that we just kindly made for this. All right, now we're gonna cross thread it to what we already had existing, because that's probably how it's gonna go. All right, with the plastic, it actually swivels quite nicely and quiet, so that's good. But yes, you adjust these with that Allen wrench, so you can adjust the angulation. You're gonna have to move it a little bit so it fits the bow size limb of your choice. Some of the biggest takeaways for the 2024 stands, the Rubicon and the Ion, are you got your settee attachments, so that's huge. Being able to have your bow right in front of you versus on a limb. Plus then you don't have to screw in an extra thing on the tree when you're getting all set up. Just saves you the hassle there. But the other great thing is the mesh seats. The mesh seats are hands down the biggest difference, the biggest tool. You know, helps you stay in the stand longer, comfortable. And there's 2 things that guys don't like that everybody can agree with me. Nobody likes bleacher butt when you're sitting there and your butt's getting a little itchy. And no, don't call me weird, because that's a thing and you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you don't, you must stand in your stand the whole time. And that's the second reason, is nobody likes standing in their stand the whole time. So biggest thing is the seats. The seats are huge. And the other thing with the seats, you get those MOLLE straps on the bottom, so you can attach anything. You know, for you guys that are hanging and hunting all the time and you have different attachments to your stand, there's just another way to do it. As always, thank you guys for watching this video. And XOP just launched another new saddle that's a little bit more comfier than the Mondo, supposedly. So I'm gonna get that in the mail ASAP so I can do another review on that. And yeah, it's only a $120 saddle. So if you wanna watch that and it's out, I'll link it right here or right here, whatever corner that is, and you guys can check that out too. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you next time.